What's going on, everybody? We're going to talk about some of the worst Yieldmax funds out there based upon total return from inception. There's some surprises on my list. I got my notepad here, so I may look down from time to time. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper. All right. So yeah, not all underlyings are the same. In Yieldmax, some are doing exceptionally well. And I love my Yieldmax funds, but I wanted to find like the ones that aren't performing as well and the ones that have lost money in total return from inception. And I have that list for you with the numbers right here. So let's get into it. Okay, we're going to do an honorable mention. This one has not lost money. It's been around a long time, but maybe over the next month or two, it could have lost money. And that is, or it could lose money. That is OARK. If you invested $10,000 at inception, your prices now, or what you made with dividends reinvested, is $10,242. So through all this time on OARK, you've only made $242 with dividends reinvested if you had $10,000 invested at the beginning. There's a lot better opportunities out there than OARK, and it's not lost money, but it's on the cusp, right? So we'll keep an eye on OARK over the next coming months and see what happens. Now, why did I do this from inception? Because I have no idea what anyone's cost basis is, right? You can plug your own numbers in to the dividend channel. That's where I got this information, and find out your own. Did my homework, looked at all the Yieldmax funds, and found the ones that are all losing money. Okay, we're going to do two. Now, these are fairly new, so, depends how you want to take it, but check this one out. Why bet? How long has it been out? A couple months? So I don't know how much you want to put stock into that. The other ones I'm going to list have been out for quite some time, but why bet? If you invested $10,000 in it when it came out, you'd have $9,598. So you lost about $500, $600, $400 off Wybit, but it just came out, right? So, that really, since it just came out, we're going to keep an eye on it, but it still lost money, and it's at least paid a dividend or two. So I felt I had to put it on this list. Now, another one that has just recently come out, again, this is relatively new, Crash, CRSH. If you invested $10,000 in it, you'd have $8,571. So even though Crash and Wybit are fairly new, they may need more time, but with Crash being an inverse fund, and if Tesla decides to start ripping up again, this loss will be even more so. But it is what it is, right? It's lost money, and it's been out for a couple months. So, but now we're going to get into the ones that have been out for some time, and there is some months here that we have some data on that we can look at it. We're going to go from the best of them to the worst here. Okay. A couple of surprising ones in here. This one, actually, I was surprised to see it made the list, but it did. And that is Tesla. If you invested $10,000 in Tesla when it came out, you'd have $9,709 with dividends reinvested. Now, people are always going to say, Mike, what if I bought in at the bottom? Well, then your numbers will be different. This is all from inception. So, yeah. Tesla's actually lost money in total return. Now, about return on investment and money you can make by holding it, that's a whole different conversation. But as far as total return goes, Tesla has lost money since it's come out. I didn't know that, so I was surprised to see it made this list. Okay, next. Pretty much everyone probably figures this one is on the list, but it is ULTY. That's right. If you invested $10,000 in ULTY, you'd right now have $9,452. It pays that massive dividend, but it doesn't appear that the share price can catch up to the massive dividend. So the dividend comes out, the stock drops, maybe it goes up a little bit, but the stock continues to fall. This one we can't blame on a single underlying. It's the trading process and the kind of underlyings that Yieldmax is losing. In total returns, ULTY is not doing well at all. I mean, just in a short time it's been out, you're already down $600. So, yeah, there's that. And that is with dividends reinvested as well, my friends. So, yeah. Now I want to talk about the last place, the worst one. And I've never gotten into this one. Never really saw a reason to. I see some charts where it puts it at the top as far as dividends, month over month or whatever. It's usually like in the top 10. But this one has lost what I would consider a fairly substantial amount of money since it came out. AIYY, right? In this thing. If you invested $10,000 in it from inception, you would have now $7,782. So AIYY, I mean, you're down like $2,000 and more with AIYY. Obviously, the dividends are not matching the share price depreciation. Guys, I know some people are going to look at this and be like, Mike, you love Yieldmax. Why are you talking about negative stuff? Because I think it's important. I think it's important we look at things with total return and kind of get our bearings and see what fits our model. Some people don't care about total return, and that's fine. Some people do. So if you do care, I think this is an important list. So again, OARC has not lost money, but it's getting there. And Tesla, ULTY, AIYY have all lost money in total return since they have come out. So, I think this should maybe factor into people's decisions as to what they buy. I mean, it factors into let's just put it this way. Maybe it shouldn't factor into your decisions, but it factors into mine, into what I'm going to buy. And I was really surprised about Tesla. I figured with all the dividends through the whole time it's been out, it wouldn't be in this position. But the numbers don't lie, and total return is down. So take that for what it's worth. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper, out.